Hello everybody. So it is a rainy, wet afternoon in England and it is a sunny morning over in Arizona, and we have got our fabulous ENVP Susan McCannon joining us to share a few words with you all today. So before Susan shares with us how she got involved with her Arbonne business many years ago, I just want to introduce her because this lady isn't just one of the nicest people you will ever meet. She's so warm and friendly and giving. She does so much for charity. She's just an incredible woman. She also has an amazing, a long list of things that she has achieved. When you come to Las Vegas, Susan is the one constantly walking the stage, earning all of these awards and being gifted and recognized. She's just incredible, absolutely, just an amazing human being, and we are very lucky to be in her nation. So Susan is number 4 top income earner again this year. She's always at the top in the global income earning, so that's incredible. She is she's also on the Leadership Council, which is an incredible place to be. She's received her 4 wide ring and her 6 wide bracelet, which is what we all dream of. She loves living in Arizona, doing her golfing at the moment. She used to be a teacher, and then she moved on to be a realtor in Palm Beach. And she was also at the top of another network marketing company before her friend Julie talked to her about being a part of Arbonne, which Susan's going to touch on in a moment. And it only took her 11 months to get to the top of this company. So Susan is incredible, absolutely amazing. So she's going to give us a little bit of her time today and share with us how she heard about Arbonne, why she decided to do this business, and share with us a few of her top tips to help all of us grow our business. So without further ado, I'm now going to hand it over to the wonderful Executive National Vice President, Susan McCannon.
Danny, you are so kind. I mean, wow, I'm sitting there listening. Is that me? Because I used to be a teacher, like many of you, and loved it, loved teaching school. But I couldn't make the money to have the lifestyle that I have now to supplement my family's income in the way that we can do this with Arbonne. And I just am so blessed to have a team like you all. And here's I've got your picture sitting. I showed Danny. I have your picture. Let me show you. Can you see that? That's the picture of all of you all. That many of you are new now, so we need a new picture probably one of these days. But I have that sitting in my office, and I think about you all every day, all the time. And I think, I know that if I can do it, you can do it. So Danny asked me to share a few things. Do you want me to start with how I heard of Arbonne, or?
Yes, please, Susan. That'd be amazing.
Okay. 25 years ago, or maybe more, I think it was about that Julie Newcomb, I used to live in Scottsdale, Arizona, at the Troon. And Julie, I knew her from church, and our children were the same ages, and Jody, her daughter Jody, and my daughters were friends. And so anyway, 25 years ago, one day after church, she caught up with me and she said, Susan, I'm in a new company and I have to do 4 facials this week, and I don't have anybody to do them. I got to get some of my friends. There's people that I know to say yes to. Just let me come give you a free facial. It's brand new products from Switzerland, and I don't care if you buy anything or not, but just let me come to your house. And I said, sure, Julie. I mean, I did it to be kind to her. And I said, sure, you can come. And they only had 4 or 5 products at that time. And the company, well, now they're 30-something years old. So 25, this might have been 30 years ago. It was a long time ago. And they didn't have a lot of products. And so she said, what day can I come over? And I said, well, okay. And we worked it out. And she came over. And so she gave me a little facial with kind of nice. I didn't think much about it. But I did buy some product from her and again, I did it to be nice because I couldn't tell yet how well I didn't know I'd fall in love with them like I did. So that was a long time ago, okay? And then I moved back to Georgia and lived there for a number of years. And I came out here on vacation, and I was up at the Scottsdale Princess, and I ran into Julie. I went somewhere to a little shop and ran into her. And she said, oh, I haven't seen you in all these years. She said, come, I want you to come over to my house for lunch. And I said, well, my husband's playing golf, and so I could do that. And she said, okay, I'm going to send Jody to pick you up. So that's what happened later. And that was many years later. And so I went to her house, and she, you know, showed me some products and showed me her house. And it was just a nice day. And anyway, she, I'm just trying to think how this went, but I bought products again. And I even signed up to be a consultant because they didn't have PCs in those days. I probably would have done that, but she wanted me to be so I did. I signed up. But I didn't do anything. I don't even think she mailed it in because I really wasn't interested. The last thing I needed was to add more work to my life. And I was a realtor in Palm Beach County, and that's a very wealthy county in Florida. If you're familiar with it, it's a beautiful place. And I really had a nice car. I had a 6-figure income. I had a nice life, and I didn't need anything. And I really wasn't very interested. She said, well, this would be good for your daughters. I mean, all kinds. She said something. I said, no. Don't even talk to me about the business, but I'll buy product from you. So I did, and I fell in love with the products, and I used the products all the time. I ordered them all the time, and actually I paid retail. I think I paid retail because she's like, if you're not going to do it, then, you know, she was trying to get started. I wanted to. I was making plenty of money. So many stories in Arbonne are just, I told Danny, they're just the opposite, you know, that I was in a different place. I was in a place of success. And so I'm telling you this for you to get the point that don't dismiss people that are successful in their careers from your list of people you want in your business. Because if Julie had done that and I said no enough, I wouldn't have been here today where I am. And believe me, I'm in a much better place because in real estate, you work every single month for your commissions, okay? And every month I had to start all the way over. And every year I had to start all the way over. So I'd work hard and make my money for the year and everything. But you'd sell maybe one big house and make a good commission one month, and then the next month you might not sell anything. I mean, that's the way real estate goes. There's no residual. And I thought later when I understood this marketing plan, I thought, wow, what if I'd gotten a little bit every year for all the houses I sold? You know, wouldn't that be exciting? But it wasn't like that. No, if you're not working, you're not making money. So then now let's see, that was, I don't know how many years before that, but then a year after that, okay, now I'm not doing anything with Arbonne, but just getting product from her. A year after that, she called me and she said, hey, I haven't talked to you in a long time. And she said, I just want to say hi and how are the girls and how's the family and that kind of stuff. And she said, I want to invite you to, I'd love to see you. I want to invite you to come to Lake Geneva, that's now Green Bay, but it was Lake Geneva then. And she said, I want to invite you to come to Lake Geneva. We're going to have a wonderful time. Your husband can come, you know, and they're having a golf tournament for the men, and it doesn't matter who comes, but just come. And she said, I'd just love to see you, and it would be lots of fun. And so I said, well, okay. And she said, my company, Arbonne, you'll meet some of my friends in Arbonne and everything, and I know you love the product, but anyway, just come. And it was all about fun. And so I said, okay, that'd be fun. It'd be a good getaway weekend. I worked a lot. And I thought, you know, so we went to Lake Geneva, and we had a wonderful weekend. I met Petter then, the founder of the company. He was there. I didn't know any of that, you know, but I met him. And I heard testimonies on the product that were fabulous. I mean, how much the product did. I heard about all these different products. I mean, I came home wanting to try more products as through the years, they added products. So I came home wanting to, you know, try some more products. But anyway, I heard all these wonderful product testimonies at lunch one day. And then I heard income testimonies and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, they're making a 6-figure income. I mean, I am, but my 6-figure income was much lower than these top people at the company that were talking at lunch. And, there's 6 figures and then there's 6 figures, right? You can make 100,000 a year, or you can make 900,000 a year. I mean, big difference, big gap. And I said, wow. And all they talked about were trips, fun, going to the islands, going to places like Atlantis, and the fun things that you all have gotten, some of you have gotten to do. And so I left there and thought, wow, all right, I'm going to do this and set this up for my retirement from real estate, because real estate's hard. I was out every day and had to be dressed up every day in Palm Beach. We had to dress up in a dress or a suit every day. So I thought, this is going to be old. I think I'm getting tired. I want more fun. And they were all they were talking about were trips. And I thought, okay, I'm in. So I came home and, presented talked to my daughter, who had all said no. I told her this would be good for her a long time ago. And she kept saying, oh, I'm not going to do anything like that. Like that. That's really what's so funny. And she said, my husband would never let me. He was a Secret Service agent at the time. And he would never let me do that. And I thought, what? What are you talking about? So when I came home all excited about it, my son-in-law said, well, if your mom feels that strongly about it, don't miss this. He said, I'll support you. Absolutely. He said, this sounds like a great business model, and quite different than what her attitude before, So I said, okay. So I said, I'm going to do this. And so I worked it on the side for about a month with my real estate. And then all of a sudden, my Arbonne just took off. I mean, all of a sudden, I was all working hard to push to area manager. And, I thought, okay, I can do this. And I made up my mind. I told Danny, I didn't say I want to be an RVP and get the car. I said, I want to be an NVP and go to the top. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to go to the top. I had been at the top of another company, and that company it just had to do with, it was too early for things like herbs. And now that's all we talk about, right? I mean, we're real happy with herbs. But years ago, and so the FDA was suing the company for use of herbs, and then they wanted us to go to Washington. I thought, I'm not doing all that. So I just got out and stopped that. And I thought, I'm never going to do that kind of thing again, right? Well, that's wrong. I absolutely loved Arbonne, and I just saw immediate success because I was excited about it. I love the products. The products change people's lives, and I didn't look at it like I was selling anybody anything. I looked at it like, all right, I have something to offer that is so valuable, and it would be terrible not to tell my friends or close people to me what it could do for them. I saw people struggling with all kinds of different autoimmune diseases and things, and I had something that would make the immune system healthier and overall health. I thought, this is something I have to share. And you can imagine, I didn't care about a little bit of profit. I cared about their health and them. And I think, I know most of you have that approach anyway, but I mean, I had that in my heart. I thought, this is doing something wonderful for people. And not only can I make money, some of my friends can make money too. And different people, I listened for their need. Different people would say at a party or something that, I have to take my children out of the private school, or we're selling our second home or my husband's job just changed. You hear these things. And so I'd say, oh, wow, how about meet me for coffee? I may have a solution for you. They go, really? And I never talked to Arbonne at a party. I didn't want to pour all over them, Arbonne, and make them think that I was trying to sell them something. So we'd meet later. And then and I think you all know now enough to know how, that's how I work the business. But I would get one person, and I'd get their list and their circle of friends. And we'd have a party. That's what I like. I like to do parties. And so we would have a party, and we'd interchange however they interchange. Okay, my neighborhood, mostly we did things like wine and cheese, or come over for, margaritas and fajitas or something, anything. But whatever it is you do to entertain your friends, that's what I had them do. And they understood it. And so then they were looking for people they wanted on their team, just like Julie wanted me on her team. And she stayed after me. One thing I wanted to point out, was the persistence, because she stayed after me for all those years. The first 2 times I didn't take, any interest in the business at all. And had she not called me to go have a fun weekend, I wouldn't be here today. And she told me I would thank her the rest of my life, and I do. I thank her for the rest of my life. And she thanks me because, what do we all dream of? Having somebody we sponsor go to the top of the company because you're paying on all of that volume. So I've never seen anything quite like this. My husband today, well, first of all, my husband Jim had a brain aneurysm and was very unexpected. And all the time he was in the hospital, I was able to stay there with him the whole time that he was alive. And I was there every day, all the time. And the great news is my check went up, and it went up, and it went up because I had laid out a base. And so that's what I'm trying to point out to you, how valuable that kind of income is. I know Danny's story is similar to that, of having a situation where she needed to have income whether she could work or not. And I remember really relating to Danny because of that issue, and then, so I'm just saying this is a phenomenal business model. And, my husband today, he's a pharmacist. He owned about 6 pharmacies and Hallmark stores. He's kind of a businessman. And when he saw this, he said, wow, I wish I'd known about this. He said, I was always looking for the new businesses and developing and growing. And can you imagine the responsibility of inventory of 6 pharmacies? And he thinks this is the best thing he's ever seen in his life. I mean, he said, even now, he's absolutely in love with the products, and he tells some of his friends about them. I mean, it's unbelievable. But we are having so much fun and such a lifestyle because of Arbonne, and because I said yes to Julie, and Julie said yes early in the game with Arbonne. So does that give you a little?
Wow, that is absolutely. You're just such an inspiration. And let me ask you this, Susan. So
yes.
We're here today, all of us, at our Leadership Academy. So everybody that's here today is a leader in our business. They've given up their Saturday to come along and learn more about growing to the next level. Now, how has it been for you over these past 10 years watching your business grow in the United Kingdom? Because Fiona is direct to you. So for the past 10 years, you've got to see the UK grow. How has that been?
Okay, now say that one more time. What is the question?
How did
I get Fiona? Are you saying that?
How does it feel to have watched the UK grow, your nation grow so big?
I can't even describe how that feels. It is absolutely, that's why your picture's sitting right here, and I look at you all the time, and I see you all are so far advanced. We didn't have social media back when I started. In fact, all we had phone and fax. That's it. We didn't have anything else. And if we wanted to know our numbers, we had to call the company and say, where am I now? Trying to get to the next level. So that was a hard road compared to what you have today. And I'm blown away with all of you, your RVPs, and Fiona is phenomenal. And Zoe is just a wonderful person, and Danny, and now Laura Leggett. I'm so excited that she just made it to RVP. And all of you can do that. And some of you that are area managers that I know, I don't want to name names because I might forget somebody, but I am so pulling for you. And there is absolutely no reason you're not an RVP already. And you can do that in the next, just make your plan. You're going to be one by, and write down your date. I did that. I wrote down dates and goals, and I'm kind of a goal-oriented person. When I make up my mind I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to figure it out. And the key is getting about 4 people that you really, really, really want in your business to work with. Not just necessarily somebody that bumps in that needs it, that's already working 3 jobs and has 3 kids at home. I mean, that's great when that kind of story develops and they become an MVP, and that happens occasionally. But your statistics, the other direction of choosing who you want for a business partner and going after them, the statistics are through the roof on how the success will be there. So if you just want to play that, what way am I more assured of getting what I want out of Arbonne? It's going after the people you want. I have many CPAs on my team right now. My candidate group is just loaded with CPAs. And how many of you have gone to your CPA and said, I want to show you the numbers of this. I want to show you what my sponsors and my upline are making in this. And I'm going to tell you, they're blown away. My accountant's blown away. He can't even believe it. And so I'm just saying, if you can get in front of them, and you know what? You can, because you do business with them, you pay them, then they will do business back with you, or at least listen to you. They will listen to you. You can get an audience with them. And even the people that sponsored some of the doctors in the group, I had a number of doctors in Florida because I wasn't afraid. Don't be afraid to ask anybody. And there's several doctors in Arbonne that I'm friends with now, today, and they said it took a long time for the person that introduced them to some of the product to talk to them about Arbonne because they were afraid to. And they said, really? The truth, what you didn't know about the particular doctor I'm thinking about, you didn't know she had little children at home and wanted to spend more time with her children. But she had a fabulous income from being a doctor and a nice life, and it was a catch-22 for her. So I'm just saying, go after people that you do business with. Write down a list of everybody you do business with, and then think, I'm going to talk to them about, even if it's, I want to show you what I'm doing. And the strength of the product is what's kept us, going for so many years. People that I put on the product 17 years ago are still on the product today. Many of them are still on the product. And they even tried to get off the product, and they can't find anything that compares. So we have fabulous products that work, and they do what they say they're going to do. And that's one big advantage that we have. But you also want to get people that work, and you want to get people that have business minds. You want people that can see big money. Don't stay, in thinking that you have to, maybe I could say I was a teacher. I don't know what they make now, but I didn't make very much money. And I could say, well, that's really where I should be, because that's what I have a degree in that and so forth. Well, that would be mistaken thinking. I can do more than I can do that and more than that, and I can affect people's lives and children's lives way more doing what I'm doing today than I could in that respect. So I'm just telling you, don't eliminate anybody. Go after the people that you know will be fabulous. They may only introduce you to somebody that will do it and that will go to the top. It might not be them. And Fiona was probably 4 levels deep for me, something like that. And she has rolled up through the years because some people don't do it because they're not interested in the business. And they don't, they might not be motivated, who knows? But you never know. I always say what do I say? Every minnow knows a shark. I love that one. I think I got that from Rita. And Rita was our ex-president that was now she was there for 25 years as president of our company. Some of the girls from your UK group are going to get to meet her in a few weeks, and I can't wait for them to meet her because she is so funny and so uplifting and knows this business inside and out. So I'm hoping they can take some pearls of wisdom and bring back to all of you. But you are so in my thoughts and in my prayers, and I want so badly for all of you to come on up the ladder because you have so much to look forward to. So worth it.
Fantastic. Okay, final question then, Susan.
Yeah.
That was incredible. So everybody here today is wanting to reach the next level. They want to push themselves a little bit more. What is your top tip for anybody stretching to the next level?
Let's see. There were 3 things, and I can think of 2 of them real quick off the top of my head, but I'm not sure the others. But it's I did a training one time at the maybe it's Maui or something, but it was on increase your belief, certain percent, increase your enthusiasm. Enthusiasm goes a long, long way. And I was always very, very passionate about what I did in the product and everything, and I was just so enthusiastic. And I'm thinking, if you will increase your enthusiasm, your belief in the product, and there's one more, and if I think about it, I'll add that. But those are things that you can do to go to the next level. And you have to, increase your activity is the next one. So you have to increase your enthusiasm, activity, and your belief. And you can say, oh, I believe in the product. Well, you can know they work, or you can be so excited you want to tell the world they work, and you're not trying to sell them. You know, the Japanese have a statement that a word is called giri, G-I-R-I, belief. And that means if you have something of value, you are obligated to give it away. And I use that theory. If I have something of value, I'm obligated to give it away. I can't hold it back from my family or friends. So if you will just increase those 3 areas, activity, enthusiasm, and belief, that's what it was. And if you will increase those and make up your mind when you leave this conference that you're attending, this academy, which is a wonderful idea, then I think that you'll go approach it. You will see yourself go to the next level. All of you can do it. It's not something that anyone can't do. It's just a matter of will you do those things. So, yeah.
Well, thank you, Susan, so much for your time. We are so grateful, and I think we're all inspired by you, and we're all going to work so much harder because we need to join you in Maui every January.
Well, I'm saving lounge chairs. We had a room. I'm going to try to put some more pictures up this afternoon. My granddaughter's coming over. She's teaching me a little bit more about posting and some of the things. You got to understand, I kidded with Danny. I told her my group, I think anybody over 60 they call us tech-tarded. Anyway, we're good. But we had a beautiful room with the waves lapping up right by our patio in Maui. And so Fiona said, save me a lounge chair. And I said, I am. I've got them right here for you and all of you that are going to the top. So really, we should have probably 3 or 4 MVPs out of this group by next Maui, and way sooner, really. You need way sooner. But you need to set yourself a goal. Don't get so caught up in, oh, well, this is fun. And you know, when you're not accountable to somebody, you know, you don't have to be at work at 9 o'clock and stay there till 5 or whatever. Then you have to be able to discipline yourself. And so you're going to say, this is what I'm going to accomplish this week. But break it down a little. This is what has to be accomplished this week. And so that you can get to the next level by the next month. And the point is, if you try to work for a district manager first, and then that's the hardest step, by the way, because after that, you should have a little team going. And then it's all of your efforts together. And the main thing, I want to make one point. When you sponsor somebody and you bring them on and they really want to go after it and do the business and so forth with you, work side by side with them. I did 3-way calls until I was blue in the face and trying to help them so that someone else they had someone else's story too. If you hear a story 3 times, it must be true. Have you ever heard that? And I always use that. But if you work for district, then the next thing you need to do then is work for district bonus. And you want to get that right away. And then you want to work to the area manager. And then area bonus. And that's what I did. And that's why I became an area manager in about 4 months, I think. 3 months. I don't remember, about 4 probably. And then became an RVP in 10 months. And then in the next 10 or 9 months, I was an MVP. Because I kept going up the ladder the way I'm telling you to. 1 step at a time. District bonus. Area manager, area bonus, RVP, like that. And set your goal for the top. You all are a phenomenal group, and I thank you for giving me the privilege of talking to you and spending a few minutes with you this morning. What a treat for me. And what a wonderful feeling it is to know that I have all of you, and you're just so darling. You could be my children. I wish you were, and you are in some way. But I absolutely love you all. You're fun, you're energetic. You're probably, and I'm not just saying this, but you're probably the most fun, energetic, enthusiastic team that I have. And my group in the United States love to be around you. And they want to be where you are and have the fun that you have. So thank you all so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful academy. Is that what you call it? Leadership?
Yeah.
I love that. I come up with all kind of things I'm learning from you all. We all learn from each other. So have a wonderful time, a wonderful week, and can't wait to see you at GTC.
Thank you, Susan.
Bye-bye.